Hey friends, Lissa here, and I had another thought on my mind that I wanted to share with you guys. I love sharing my thoughts. Um, this one is going to be about prayer, the pros and cons, and everything in between. So, because we are one, we are all part of this infinite experiment on Earth, we should be practicing incredible amounts of gratitude. The problem comes, I believe, and this is where I've been, so I'm speaking from experience, is a lot of prayer, I find, is there to release guilt or regret or whatever, or to make you feel okay about what you're eating, what you're doing, or anything like that. We like to justify in any way the things that we already know we shouldn't be doing. We know we shouldn't be eating junk food. We know we shouldn't be eating animal food. We know we shouldn't be working out. We know we should be doing these things. So we can kind of bring prayer in to justify the things that we know we shouldn't be doing. For example, eating a hamburger. You could get a hamburger and you could be incredibly grateful for the hamburger, but if the gratitude comes from a place of ego or a place of releasing guilt and regret, I don't feel that that is a justified way of using prayer. Prayer should be a state of pure bliss and gratitude towards the earth for what it gave to you, not to release guilt in your own conscience. We should be practicing an unconditional gratitude towards the food we're eating. And when you get into that state, or when I get into that state, I'm not talking about everyone in general, but when I get into that state, I only want to put the most beautiful foods into my body. I don't want to be putting things that are going to cause me to feel guilt or regret or anything like that. And I know there are people out there, and I used to be in this same boat, where I would still feel grateful for the animal products or the junk food that I was eating. But that didn't justify it. It didn't make it right. All the prayer was doing was alleviating my guilt and regret, so that when I did eat it, I didn't feel all of that stress and strange emotions and feeling uncomfortable with my choice. I was eating it free from that, which is great. We should be free from the guilt and regret. But if you're doing it to alleviate the guilt and regret, that's where the conflict can come into play, where it's like, is the prayer really meant to be a state of gratitude, or is it meant to release those negative emotions or states surrounding whatever you're choosing to do or consume or whatever? So if you feel that you need to pray over your food to release guilt, then you have a pretty good indication over what you should be eating. So think about that next time you feel like you need to maybe justify or I don't want to use the word excuse because I hate that word. I prefer to use the word justification, but to justify eating something that you already know you shouldn't, like using the word moderation as well, or transition. A lot of people use the word transition to justify continuing to eat the things that they know they shouldn't. For example, if you're transitioning over to a vegan diet and you are slowly releasing, say, cheese is the last thing that you want to release, and you have a brick of cheese in the fridge, a transition would be eating the cheese and never buying it again. It's not, having the cheese in your fridge and then going out to a restaurant with friends and ordering a dish with cheese in it. That is not a state of transition per se. Yes, it can be, but if your ultimate goal is to become vegan or raw or whatever, or even a workout plan or whatever, you have to be willing to do the things that you'll have to do when you get to your goal today. If you're not willing to do those things today, what makes you think you're going to be willing to do them tomorrow? It's easier to do those things today so that eventually when you get to your goals, or when you become vegan or start that workout plan, you're doing these things every single day. You're basically practicing for when you get there. So if you have to use a justification or a prayer or something to justify those things that you know you shouldn't be doing, then don't kick yourself. Again, you don't want to hurt yourself. You don't want to make yourself feel even more guilty for doing those things. Just take it as an experience. Take it as a learning opportunity to change. So next time you feel like that, you can think, oh yeah, I remember last time I had that burger, I prayed because I felt that that would release my guilt, and that of course is gratitude, for sure. But to release that guilt or regret or whatever you need to release from that prayer, then you can think about it and be like, no, I would prefer to have this vegan dish or this raw salad, or I would rather go do my workout instead of trying to justify it and pull yourself out. Then when you have the salad or the vegan food or go for your workout, you have this incredible free feeling gratitude that what you did or what you chose was truly in your purpose and what you want for your body. So I hope that video made sense. It was just a thought in my head that I wanted to share. You can agree or not agree. It's all up to you. It's totally cool. I just love sharing with you guys. So if you liked the video, please click like and subscribe to my channel to get notifications for more. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Raw Food Romance. You can find all of my recipe ebooks right here at this link. The link is also in the description below if you wanted to go grab those. I do also have print versions of my raw vegan recipe books on Amazon. You can find me on Facebook, Lissa's Raw Food Romance, and on Snapchat, Lissa Raw Vegan. So until the next video, guys, fruit on.